2017 was pretty good for movies, I would say. We had a pretty decent summer of movies.
Yeah, the end of the year was awesome.
So hopefully 2018 continues this. I doubt it, but we'll... It's always nice to hope.
2018 seems weak. But here we go.
Okay. Honorable mentions. Lego Batman movie. Lego Batman movie was super solid. I might like it more than the first Lego movie. I think I would watch it more than the other one.
Stephen King's It. That's my honorable mention.
The way I would describe it would be like... It's a horror movie, but I was never really scared.
Right.
I was kind of creeped out. It was kind of like eerie to watch, but like I never got scared.
So I feel the same way. Like I wasn't scared throughout watching it, but I was like, this horror is well done. As long as a horror movie can make me feel like some form of tension, then it's A-okay in my book. To me, what made that movie an honorable mention are all the performances.
It was really impressive.
I mean, there are a couple of them that are just useless.
Yeah.
But that's more...
Black.
That's more of like from a writing standpoint, not like, oh, you suck as an actor.
Right. Just because I really, really liked it, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, I like that more than the first one. I was really confused when people like didn't like it. They're like, it's boring. I was like, yeah, it's a character movie. It doesn't have all the action as the first one did. It's like, it's not supposed to be the exact same movie. I can understand why other people like the first one more if they want more of that like superhero action kind of movie, but I think Guardians 2 does a pretty good job like with characters. I think it's a solid entry into MCU.
My only other honorable mention, this might surprise you, it's Baby Driver.
Okay. That was pretty good.
I was thinking it was going to be on my top 5, but there were just some character decisions where I was like, ooh, that was stupid, why'd you do that?
Mm-hmm.
And it just brought me back so now it's like my number 6. My number 5 is Get Out.
That's also one of my honorable mentions. I forgot to leave that out.
Okay.
I also like Get Out, don't worry.
So Get Out surprised me because when I saw the trailers for it, I had no interest in watching it.
February, it's an earlier release date, it's a horror movie.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not feeling this, but all the performances were great. The story was very well written. It took quite a couple of interesting turns for me. Plus, to me, in my opinion, it has a lot of replay value.
I would say if you're not into horror, I think Get Out would still work for you. And the commentary is very strong. It's not like over the top, like, right, where it actually says something instead of just putting it there. My number 5 is War for the Planet of the Apes. I think it is the best of the new 8 movies.
Yes.
A lot of people's like complaint for the movie is the fact that like it's called War for the Planet of the Apes, but like there's not really a lot of battles.
It's more like Battle of Planet of the Apes.
It's not even like it's like a battle of the Planet of the Apes. I was like, yeah, but war isn't just battles. Like that's not what war all is.
Right.
It's more about the war happening around them and like what's going on like in the middle. Andy Serkis obviously was like great. The effects have gotten better with every movie. Mm-hmm. Woody Harrelson plays a really good villain. A little cartoony at times, but it wasn't like distracting.
I felt that, but I forgave it really quick because I'm like, I'm watching a movie with talking monkeys.
Right,
so
like
I have to suspend my disbelief like
a little
all the way up there.
Right, and I have it on Blu-ray. I like bought it like when it came out.
Nice.
Where the fuck did it go? It's down there. Wait.
No.
There it is.
My number 4 is Thor Ragnarok.
Ooh, okay.
Absolutely despised that movie when we first saw it.
You did?
Fucking hated it. Because it's nothing like that. I know, I'm one of those people. It's nothing like the source material. But I just got over that. I watched it 2 more times. And it's probably the best made Marvel movie. Second to... It's probably like a couple that I can think of. But in this current phase that we're in...
Phase 2? Phase 3.
3. Best one... And then it's Marvel is clearly going towards like the cosmos.
Oh, the cosmic universe.
Yeah, so it's leading to a lot of things. I had a great time with it. Chris Hemsworth, like, clear best performance as Thor.
Yeah, I think the problem with the other Thor movies is like it's trying to be too serious. Like the first one was kind of like lighthearted, but they didn't really do anything with Thor. Mm-hmm. He's just kind of there. The second movie, way too dark for Thor, to the point where it's not fun.
Yeah.
It's just bland and boring. This one, they're like, fuck it. Thor, go to space,
Yeah.
talk to Jeff Goldblum, fight Hulk, do everything, get a haircut while you're there.
Yeah.
It's one of the most fun Marvel movies of the whole group they got, along with Spider-Man: Homecoming, like the best comedies they've made. My number 4 is Baby Driver. This movie is fucking amazing. It's very well directed. It's not Edgar Wright's best movie. Hot Fuzz, I think, is still his best movie. Just how everything's edited with the music, the like colors, like it's actually fucking colorful. Action scenes go with the music, and then like sometimes like he's out of sync with the music, and that's like when he's fucking up when he's like in the car, and then he gets back on track and he's fine. Baby as a character himself is very like nice to see. He's not bad. He's not a bad guy. He's just a kid in trouble. Although I hate saying it, Kevin Spacey does give a good performance.
Yeah.
As a piece of shit person, he's not bad when it comes to doing his job. One of the most entertaining movies, and like that's the point of the movie, is to entertain. So like there's certain movies that like you kind of judge on a different basis. This is clearly like an entertainment movie, but like it also has layers to it. But entertainment wise first,
Right.
skyrockets on that.
You know, another issue I had with Baby Driver is Cinderella. The
Lily
girlfriend.
James.
She could have been played by anybody.
She's bland.
Could have
That
been
again, like
played
the last 10 minutes
anybody.
and her character, the only flaw.
Yeah, I was like.
Besides that, it's a pretty sound movie.
Yeah, it's
Like the first 6 minutes, the opening scene would sell me on the movie. Like if I just saw that, I'd be like, that's one of the best movies.
number 3 is A Ghost Story for me.
As well.
Yay! Easily one of the most depressing movies I've ever seen.
That is also true.
But damn, is it good? It's all about the characters.
I'm gonna get this out of the way. I again only have one flaw with the movie.
Okay.
It's that fucking dude talking at the table, who explains the whole.
The exposition kind of guy?
Yeah, like I get it because there's like no dialogue in the movie for like most of it.
Yeah.
Like 90% of the movie is just is like silence and like people just looking.
Yeah.
So at one point, the whole point of the movie, it might get lost on a person.
Yeah.
So this guy explains it. He basically is sitting and talking to a group of people at a party, and he explains the concept of the movie. But to me, the people who are watching the movie who won't pick that up probably don't like the movie anyway.
Right.
Because it's not the kind of movie they wanted to see.
Yeah, he's that guy that's saying like, so this is what's been happening from scene 1 on.
Like, here's the purpose of why this person wrote the movie. This is what the story's telling. Now, he doesn't say it to the audience.
Yeah.
But he explains the concept of the movie.
Yeah. And I hate saying like, oh, this movie wasn't made for people like that, but
it's not made for casual moviegoer. Yeah. Like, there's nothing about it where it's like it's made for casuals. Yeah. There's little dialogue, but yeah, it's filmed like on an old ass camera. It looks just. There's not a lot of sets. There's like 2 sets in the whole movie, maybe 3. There's more than that, but like
there's no action.
There's no the ghost effect. It's just him in a sheet. Like it's not made for like people who go see Transformers. It's not the same audience.
Yeah.
I would say go see it though. Just to see.
Watch the movie. You're gonna be depressed for at least another 2 hours after.
Yeah, it sticks with you. But it's one of those movies that like it puts you down.
Yeah.
But it picks you up at the same time, so you don't know what you feel. Like I'm sad, but like I have hope.
Yeah.
But that's like the best kind of depressing movie where it's like it brings you down, but like it does give you the upside to life. Like it's depressing as sad as you are. You're like, but you know what? I'm still here.
Yeah.
And that's what matters. And I love that about that movie.
My number 2 is Dunkirk. Not Christopher Nolan's best movie. It's up there. Very little dialogue. Everything you kind of just have to pay attention because if you miss, something in one scene, you're going to be like lost. Like, who the hell is this guy? There's no like specific characters necessarily that you need to watch out for because it's just all about war, which I appreciate when a director makes a war movie about the war, not about like some single guy who's going to be a hero and throw grenades.
Because that's not how war works.
Yeah, it's like
war is about the group, not the person.
Yeah, like people are going to die. People are going to like innocent people are going to be sacrificed and all that good stuff. Plus the sound design. Fuck.
That was I wish I saw it in theaters. I didn't, sadly.
Yeah.
I saw it on like my TV.
I saw it in IMAX. I was like,
fuck, that must have been great.
It was an experience.
Yeah, because everyone was saying you have to see this movie in IMAX. Like,
Yeah.
if you're going to see a movie on IMAX, Dunkirk is the one to do it. And I really wish I did, because there's no like characters to connect with. That's kind of a problem.
Yeah.
But it's not even like that big. Like, I can see why people are like, I didn't really connect with anyone in that movie, which makes sense. But you're kind of like put in their perspective.
Right.
So it's kind of like they're blank so you can insert yourself in, which isn't always like a good defense. It's more about like the humanity in war. Like, people left their homes to go save these people and bring them home, and like you see some of the soldiers, they feel bad for leaving. They feel like they betrayed their country, and everyone from the country is like, oh my god, thank you guys for serving us and protecting us, and like they celebrate them. And it's kind of like it's like it's a weird war movie that gives you like the light at the end.
Right.
So it's not like it's depressing. It gets you really. It's hard to get through, but once you reach the end, it's kind of like, okay, this is what it was leading up to, and it's nice. My number 2 is Coco. So this what I would say is the best animated movie of the year. Sorry, Boss Baby. This movie was one of the few, if any, I don't think any other movie made me want to cry as bad as this one did. I almost did, but I was in the theater and I held it in. It's animated beautifully. Like, holy shit. It's one of the best designed Pixar movies I think they've ever done. The attention to detail, the culture they bring into it is really accurate, and it's like really good. It's a very respectable way of doing it. It's very funny. I think it's one of Pixar's best movies they've ever made. I would say.
Wow.
Easily one of their best movies they've ever made. And it's a good family movie. Like, I think it's like the best family movie you could watch this whole year. I would say.
I will give it a chance.
You don't even get a number 1.
My number 1!
I think we both have the same number 1.
The greatest movie of all time. Captain America Civil War.
Shape of Water.
Yeah, Shape of Water.
We both agree on Shape of Water.
Easily the best movie. Like, I was excited when I saw it. I was like, ooh, this is some creepy Beauty and the Beast prequel shit. First of all, never watched a movie where the character is like a mute and like she's deaf and uses sign language to communicate. Never watched a movie where that character has to communicate with a freaking monster. Zod. Like, he's great in everything. Like, you can't out-Zod him.
It's funny, but like, not in joke-wise. It always, like, every joke is just because something escalates to where you were not expecting it to go. Like, the first time, it's not a spoiler because it's the opening. So, like, she's, like, making breakfast. She's like, okay, I'll set, like, this little timer. And she gets in the bath. Immediately cut to her masturbating in the tub. Was not expecting that. It's just, like, that kind of humor where it's, like, it's always just constant humor taking you off guard.
And also relate to the main character. Like, she's lonely as shit. I'm not lonely as shit.
Hey.
Like, you see, like, her journey, like her mindset, she's actively looking for something and someone to connect to. Abe is that person. They connect with each other, and some magical shit happens, man.
One of my favorite parts in the movie is, like, how they explain, like, why her neighbor's so lonely. Why is no one hanging out with him? Why did he lose his job?
Mm-hmm.
And then you find out, oh, he's gay, and it's the 50s.
Yeah.
Is it the 50s or is it the 40s?
Yeah.
It's Del Toro's stylized 50s. And I noticed, like, the little subtle hint when they're in the restaurant, the pie diner. The guy's, like, talking to him, and the black people come in, and he completely ignores them.
Mm-hmm.
And then, when they come up to the counter, then he says something. But he was like, we don't serve your kind here, or whatever. After, like, he tried to hold his hand. I was like, that's why no one wants to do business with you, because you're gay and they don't like that for some reason. They have their reason for being ostracized, like, whether it's fair or not.
Being deaf and gay is totally acceptable.
She's not deaf. She's mute.
Oh, yeah.
One of the best directed movies, visually.
He better win an Oscar. If he doesn't, I'm gonna...
For at least best direction. So, that was our best of list. Bye.
Bye.